This is part 2 of day 1. So we are picking right back up where we left off in the last video. Hopefully you watched day 1. And we are in Times Square in New York City. And it is bright and I loved it. I thought it was like electric. I enjoyed being down here. There are lots of people, but I really enjoy all the signs and everything. There's just something to see wherever you look. And I decided to do a voiceover during this part just because you can hear the street noises and stuff if I didn't do a voiceover, but there's no explanation of what we're doing because we're walking along and we're just talking and we're just having general conversation. You get a lot of people that are trying to sell you tickets to get on these bus tours, and just know that those people they get a commission if you buy the bus tickets from them, like the big red bus or whatever. We had already ordered ours online, and so every time they would ask us, we would say no thank you, we've already done that, or we already have our tickets or whatever. But just know if you haven't ordered yours yet at home, they do get a commission with every sale they make. So here is the Disney store, and I wanted to go in the Disney store. We used to have a Disney store in Fayette Mall in Lexington, Kentucky. They closed, though, in June of 2021. So right after that, Target, you started seeing more Disney stuff in Target, and they had a whole section. They do now. They have a whole section of like it's just the Disney store. So I'm assuming that the Disney store probably paid Target to have this area. Because nothing else is in it but Disney stuff. And it has like a TV where you can sit down and watch whatever movie's playing at the time. I'm pointing at this purse because I was telling Kevin those purses are very expensive because he was like, oh, look at that purse. I said, yeah, they're expensive. And that's the kind of purse, that white one. It's really, really cute, but I would be terrified that would get scuffed. I'm one of these people who... Some people like to change their purse with every outfit, and that's just not me. I will buy a purse and I will use the same purse for 20 years until it falls apart just because I don't care. But now it's funny because I have pictures of like my mom or my aunt when they were young, and their outfits were coordinated from head to toe. I mean, literally from the hat they were wearing to the shoes, the dress, the purse. So even the purse was the exact, I don't know how they got everything to be the same color, but the purse would be the same color as the shoes and the hat and everything. So they were decked out from head to toe, but now they switched out purses all the time. That's just not me. So I know those purses are collectible, and they are really cool. I like them too. But it's just like, if I paid that much money for one of those purses, I would just be so scared that it would get scuffed. And I would be too afraid to use it. They have this Disney store look just like the Disney store that we had in Fayette Mall. There's an elevator right there. And I'm going to talk about that elevator here in just a second. You'll hear me right here. Okay, so they have an upstairs in the Disney store. They have an elevator in the very back, like if you have a wheelchair or something like that. So just know that if you can't use the escalator, they do have an elevator. Just go straight through that first floor and to the very, very back. I love the theming because of all these lanterns from the movie Rapunzel. And I like that movie anyway. I love the songs. I See the Light and When Will My Life Begin. Those are some of my favorite songs. And I never knew that Mandy Moore, just because I don't know things like that, I didn't realize that she was the one that was singing those songs. And it's like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that was her. They were busy. There were tons of people. There were kids running everywhere, which you should totally expect when you go in the Disney store. You should not ever walk in the Disney store and expect it to be calm or quiet, because it's just not going to be. So they have lots of clothes. I told Kevin, I said, that looked like a nightshirt to me, but now I don't think it was. I think that was just a regular shirt. But to me, I would buy like a bigger size and wear it as a nightshirt. But they had collared shirts, they had sweatshirts. Of course, they have the Star Wars section, and we haven't been to Walt Disney World in a little bit, so I don't know how much of the same shirts you can get right now at Disney. You know, I don't know if these are the same or if they're different or what. I think it's interesting how different stores, though, do carry different Disney items. So, like, I mean, I've seen Disney stuff at Walmart and like I said a while ago, Target. And I don't know if it's the exact same clothes, different clothes. I would think it would be different. I always liked these little sets with the characters. I think they're adorable. And they had Up. Right here to the right, I'm going to show, there are a bunch of adults sitting around a TV screen watching a movie. You could see, yeah, all those are adults. So my comment to Ashley was, there were no children in the area watching the movie. So where were all of their children? So were the children just running around wild? You know, where were the children? No idea. But it was funny that that's where the adults decided to stay and watch the movie. So there was a this big castle in the back. And I told Ashley, I said, I definitely want to get your picture by the castle. And so we walked back there, and I had to time it just right because there were people everywhere. These little sets, they are really cute. I'm pointing at it right now. They're called Once Upon a Story mini play sets. And they have lots of different characters to choose from in those. They have Rapunzel, and they have Ariel and Moana, Tiana, Belle. They have Elsa and Cinderella. And you can order them online. If you go to, I think it's Shop Disney, you can go there and order them. And that's where I've ordered them before. If you watch that website to see when stuff goes on sale, you can get some really, really good prices on stuff. But I've ordered from there before for the grandkids and get the stuff on sale and then give them to them for Christmas. And I don't know if I've got those particular play sets on sale, but I know that it's so much fun to get on there. You have to be careful because it can be dangerous. But it's so much fun to get on there and shop and then get the stuff. And then you've got it ready for birthdays, Christmases, whatever. But at least like twice a year, they'll have sales. Really, really good sales. These are umbrellas, and they were adorable. Raincoats. These were raincoats, and they were adorable. And I love the white one. But we were talking about how even though raincoats are really, really cute, we can't wear them because Kevin and I were saying that we just sweat. That they make you sweat terribly if you wear a raincoat. So, and honestly, I don't see many people wearing raincoats around here. If it's raining, like some places it's common, you know, in London, it's very common to run around with an umbrella just in case it starts raining. If it starts raining here, a lot of people just don't worry about an umbrella at all because, especially where we live in Kentucky, because you're usually just walking from your car into a store or from the store to your car. You're not walking a long way. So I'm sure in New York, you would see a lot more people with umbrellas because they are walking a long way. We're around here, that just doesn't happen very often. So now we are heading back out when you see those same lanterns. I'm sure lots of people take pictures there. This is a different store. This store is called Miniso, and I don't know if I'm saying that the right way. Ashley wanted a selfie with a picture with Kevin. They had this wall there that it looked like it was furry on the wall. It looked like a bathroom rug or something like that. But they have lots of different things. Ashley saw this notebook, this Hello Kitty notebook. This was a dangerous store for Ashley. So this is a Toy Story. They had all kinds of Disney themed stuff. But this is a dangerous store for Ashley just because she really likes Hello Kitty and they had so much stuff. But now we did not buy one thing in the store, even though she saw lots and lots of things that she thought was adorable. None of us ended up buying anything in here. But they sell so many cute things. They have household items. They have health and beauty. They have fashion accessories. They have digital products. You see all these little toys, these little mini figures. I mean, they SpongeBob. You wouldn't expect SpongeBob, or at least I wouldn't have. Dolls, stuffed animals. They right there in front, you see cutlery, and they're really, really cute, like little themed things. Here's all the food. And you would have thought that I would have bought some of this food, but I didn't. I did not buy any of the food in here. I took some pictures like for Instagram and stuff like that. Like they had these Calbee things. And I took a picture of those and put it on Instagram, but I didn't actually buy anything. Ashley was looking at those pet clothes and she said Wednesday would be furious if she actually tried to put anything on her. They had this whole Barbie section, but you might have seen those little containers. They had like food, beverage containers. This rug, Ashley loved this rug, and she said, oh, I could use it in my kitchen in front of the sink. And she thought that was adorable, but she said, I don't need it. And so she didn't end up getting it. And then we're going to go right around the corner here, and she sees a Hello Kitty, and you'll have to watch the look on her face, because look at her face. She thought that was just adorable. But, and then the one in the box was $23.99, and the one she was holding, it seemed like she was trying to figure out how much it was. And it seems like we just weren't sure if the one in the box appeared to be larger, but I don't know that it would. See, she's holding it up. I don't know that it actually was larger. I think it made it look larger because on the bottom of the box, it sets up a little bit. I think it was actually the same size, but we couldn't figure it out. So she didn't get one. We didn't know if it was more expensive in the box or out of the box. And she said, you know what? I don't need this. And so she put it down and she went on. Now we are back out on the street and bright and beautiful again. And occasionally you'll see people walking around down here with their luggage. You'll see them, this guy across the street right here. You see him with a piece of luggage. And that is something that if you take the express or a subway from the airport, you have to deal with your luggage yourself. We did that in London. And because some website recommended, like they said, oh, you can get on the tube or something like that. And it's a lot cheaper and you can deal with your luggage yourself. We did that one time and we would never, ever do it again because yes, you can do it. But the streets are like, if they're not completely flat and paved, then you're having to deal with, trying to rake that luggage over the uneven streets and going up and down the curbs. And then people on the tube, they do not like it because you are taking up, think about how big our luggage is. It's large pieces. You are actually taking up places where they need to sit or stand or something like that. And it's just in the way. So if at all possible, if you can afford it, I would recommend you get a taxi or an Uber or something like that. And that way you are not having to deal with that luggage. It's just not worth the hassle. The people, a while ago, I showed the people in costumes. They do expect, if you are taking pictures of them, even without you being in the picture with them, they want a tip for that. If you get your picture taken with them, of course they want a tip for that. The stairs, I just showed the red stairs. Those were closed on that night. And we believe because it was because they knew they were going to get busy later. And so those red stairs were closed that night. But it didn't matter because I ended up, later on in the week, we ended up standing on the red stairs anyway. These little red huts, I don't know what you would call them, the red booths, I guess. They reminded me of like one of our festivals. Like we have a Pioneer Festival and we have a Beer Cheese Festival and stuff like that. That's kind of what this area reminded me of, like a little festival area. They had clothes and jewelry. They had sunglasses. They had hats. They had food. I'm pointing at this bakery and I was like, oh, that place looks like a really cool place to go in. So we did leave this area for just a minute to go over and check out this dessert place. I did not film inside there because it was cramped. Happy Socks over there.
They probably don't have Pilates socks, I wouldn't guess.
Kevin, there's the Hell's Kitchen. No. Yeah, I want you, well, I don't know if you'd be able to see in the window or not. Look at that place. It's sardines. Wow.
So you're taking pictures of data at your store.
Yeah, really.
Are we going to the
Yeah, let's go in the, I mean, we may as well. There, I mean,
in Times Square.
it'll be cool in there.
There was a Hershey store right next to it.
Okay, well, if we go in there, then... Okay, so now we are headed to the M&M store. I'm getting a good shot of the Little Shop of Horror sign. We would have liked to have gone to the Little Shop of Horror. There are so many shows that we would like to see. We ended up, I'll tell you right now, we ended up seeing 3 shows. So we had already reserved tickets for 2 shows before we left the house, and then we actually got tickets to an additional show while we were here. But there's so many more that we would love to see, and there's only so much money and so much time. So you have to prioritize things. But right now we are headed in the M&M store. We've been in M&M stores in the past. There's one in Disney Springs. There's also one in Las Vegas that we've been to, and they're pretty much, if you've been in one, you've been in all of them. It's all the same stuff, but it's a fun shop to walk through. And if you want to, and you notice we're going up the escalator, so they have an upstairs too. They have like 3 floors. But if you want to buy like a single color, if you want to have like a baby shower and you want to get all pink M&Ms, you can do that, or all blue M&Ms, you can do that. They had all the different flavors available. The caramel M&Ms, the peanut butter, the plain peanut, crunchy, cookie. They had clothes in here. You see pillows. They had candy dispensers. They had, you see the round pillows, but then they also had square pillows. And this place was hopping. So there were it was hard to get by and to see everything. This place is as busy as the Disney store. So like this is a place that kids like to go in and adults. So it's very, very busy, and you just have to just be patient, and people will move out of the way and you'll get to see it all. So the M&M store has a third floor, and I heard from somebody online that they have a bathroom up here. So if you have to go to the bathroom, come to the third floor of the M&M store. So we're going to find out if that's actually true or not. I don't know where it is. Oh, yeah.
I still like what I got better. She wouldn't like that.
Oh, look at the view. Oh, you've got a good view out here.
Yeah, I looked down and thought, isn't it?
It's a good view, isn't it? Wonder where the bathroom's at.
They had the elevator.
We'll see. It's supposed to be up here. We'll see. Oh yeah, right there. But I'm good, but if you, yeah, but yours probably won't be. So they do have a bathroom up here, and the women's is packed. So hopefully they have something for men. Actually, if you see a men's, because that was all women. So this is the view from inside the M&M store. Where do you want to go next?
I don't care.
Do you want to keep going, walking down where we were walking?
I don't think there are any other stores down there. I think we've gone.
Okay, we're in a grocery store, and it's called a Food Emporium. And I have a basket, and we're going downstairs, and then we're going to go look upstairs. But it looks just like a regular grocery store. But I wanted to see if they had any brands that we hadn't seen before. I wanted to see if they had some different brands that we hadn't seen before. This is like a regular grocery store, so it's a lot bigger than what we thought it would be.
Vanilla wafers are $7.49.
Wow. Actually, if you see prices on anything that you normally buy, and you can tell people the difference. Oh, $9. You can tell people the difference in prices.
I'll tell you, vanilla wafers are $7.50.
Because people would appreciate that. Because people are always asking us, did it cost more? Did it cost less?
I'm gonna look it up on the Kroger.
Okay, because we never know. It's crazy that Oreos are $9. This Brad's organic. We don't get Brad's organic. Those French butter cookies, I've seen those before. Oh, Kevin, look, they have the Dare.
They're $5.
$5, and they're $9 here.
$7.50.
$7.50. Oh, Brad's Naturals. Yeah, we don't see that brand for sure.
Have that brand, didn't you?
No. Vintage seltzer? No. No, we don't get that vintage seltzer.
Now, I can't tell you the price of a 12-pack of Diet Coke is.
How much is a 12-pack of Diet Coke?
It's about the same.
Same.
They're $10, but a lot of times there's like $50 they have like
Oh, they get a lot of Wise chips here. See, we don't see a lot of Wise in our area.
I wonder how much their meat is.
It would depend on what you buy. I'm wondering if the regular Coke's not going to be upstairs.
And if it's not, that's okay.
Because they had a bunch of fresh stuff up there. That's why I'm thinking that. No, if you see...
Here, you lead the way. Take this wherever you want.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want it, but it is.
A lentil soup mix. I've definitely never seen those.
Rich, giving you a chance to kick back and unwind as we take your mind off things.
Never seen this Maple Grove Farms brand. I'm muting these. Just know that it's because there's music playing in the background and I can't have that playing, so I have to mute it. So this area has lots of restaurants. There's restaurants all over New York, let's face it. But in this particular area, there was a Mexican restaurant. There was a place called Sir Henry's, and it is a cocktail and lounge. There is a place called Green Emporium, and it's a deli. And then there is a place called the Attic Rooftop and Lounge. There's a place called The Dickens, which I love the name of that. And it is a cocktail bar. But right now we are making our way back to the hotel just so we can sit down and rest for a few minutes. The fire department. Can you imagine having to put on all that gear in this heat? That looks really cool in there. I feel sorry for the police officers and the fire department, anybody that has to get anywhere quickly, because I think it would be just, I'm sure you get used to it just like anything else, but it seems like it would be a nightmare and highly intense trying to get through all that traffic. You see these cars parked here on the right. I was really surprised to see that because it's like, it was odd. You don't see cars like parked in the street. And so it was odd on that street to see that those cars were allowed to be parked there. But now this is the street that we're turning up right here. This is the one that goes to our hotel, the Edison Hotel. But right across the street there, you see on the right there, you see the Lena Horne Theater. And they have the musical Six, which is another one. Yes, I would like to see it. It is a British musical, and it's a comedy, and it's kind of like it's supposed to be like a pop concert type thing. And then straight up ahead on this left-hand side is the Barrymore Theater. The Barrymore Theater is going to on September 17th of this year, they're going to start showing Our Town. Well, I mean, it's the production of Our Town. And Jim Parsons, if you know Jim Parsons from Young Sheldon, he does the voice of older Sheldon because he is actually Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory. It's going to have Katie Holmes, which was Tom Cruise's ex-wife. It's going to have Richard Thomas. If you don't know the name Richard Thomas, that is John Boy Walton. And so that is coming up September 17th. So if you are interested, they do have lots of tickets available for that. And you would think they would be some kind of like outrageous price. But I went to the website and I looked it up, and they're really not. They're just normal price tickets. So it's hard to believe. But I bet you it will sell out very, very quickly. So I told you we were staying at the Edison Hotel, and I hadn't really talked about it. So if you missed part one, we actually showed you inside the hotel a little bit. We gave a room tour and showed you what the room looked like. But I wanted to tell you, it is the first Art Deco hotel in the Theater District. And it has been featured in different shows. So like it was featured in an episode of Seinfeld. It was in season 3, and the episode was called The Subway. And George Costanza meets up with this woman at the Edison Hotel. But it was also used in The Godfather. There, the hallway that they used, we actually walked down this hallway that they used in The Godfather every single morning for breakfast. We walked down the same hallway, but they've renovated it like 3 or 4 times, and so it looks completely different. But I thought it was cool that it was used in The Godfather. Also, there is a bar called the Rum House in the Edison Hotel, and that bar was used in the movie The Birdman, or Birdman, not The Birdman, but Birdman. And I thought that was awesome. So this is the view at the end of the hall in our hotel. Look at the beautiful roof over there. If you hear that in the background, it's the ice machine. Look, you can see the boat on the water out there. It's hard to see it out my camera because my camera wants to lighten it up. Look how pretty that is. Wonder what that is that's really, really tall out there. See, it's straight out. Wonder what that is.
Yeah, it says that there for me.
Oh yeah, yours is pretty though.
We get a lot of reflection.
There goes a plane. So during this next section, I'm filming this right now, what you're looking at on a Canon G7X. Now we're going to switch over to Kevin's camera, which is a DJI Action 4. And I actually think his little bitty camera, I mean, it's just a little cube, basically. But I think it takes better video than my Canon G7X. The Canon G7X is very, very common with a lot of vloggers, although a lot of people these days just use their iPhone, and I'm still old school. But now we're back in Times Square where there's lots of excitement. So I kind of switched back and forth during this footage too between Kevin's camera and my camera, but I wanted to include all of the footage just because I think it's so pretty and I love seeing all the lights. The reason it was so busy is because the Argentinian soccer team had just won their match. So the ads are constantly changing, so there's always something new to
It's amazing how clear those screens are, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's them right there.
Oh, right there?
Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, it is.
And then, look at that.